Strange to think, isn't it, as Meghan Markle's ill-fated lifestyle brand, American Riviera or whatever it's now going to be called, once she sorts out the patent, which apparently she can't actually get done until early next year, well, it looks like she's sort of shot herself in the foot. And this has come as no surprise to anybody, particularly those 19 staff plus who worked for her, the Demon Duchess, the diva in high heels, all that sort of stuff. It's very, very sort of ill thought out, and this is part of the problem. But in this particular instance, this would be vital, in fact, to make that particular brand the success that she apparently thinks it should be. Let me explain. Morning, good to see you today in this beautiful sun-drenched moment. Are you all right? Just had a shower here. Well, not me literally, obviously, you know, not out here. Well, no, you can't, can you? Be rude, although at this rate, with the water rates and everything, the only thing we'll be able to do soon, won't it? Can you imagine? I know. Is it like that in your part of the world? Is everything going up? I mean, literally, I feel so sorry for people, because what was just a simple, payment, I'm talking about big bills, gas and electric, it's like triple stuff, isn't it? You daren't put the heating on because you think, can I make do without it? That sort of thing. Seriously though, I mean, people think, oh, it's all right for you, we're all in it, we all have to pay for it. And you think, oh goodness, let me know, is there a part of the world where nobody hasn't put a gas and electric up? I'd love to know. Over here, well, it's hot water bottles everywhere. Yes. Now let's get back. There's nothing wrong with a hot water bottle, is there? Love them, don't you? Fastest way to get you warm, I think. I wish I could take one out with me. Maybe I could with a flask. Don't get me going. I've got an idea there. Let's get back to your royal story of the day. Now, again, this to me is, when you think about it, just ill thought out. This is the problem with Meghan Markle. Do you remember way back when she did that now ridiculous interview with The Cut, which she did not, of course, come out incredibly well, let's be honest, even though she'd made chums with the writer. And she famously said, do you want to know a secret? I'm going back to Instagram. Do you remember that? And then she didn't go back and all that. And then suddenly, earlier this year in March, she popped up back on Instagram with a fuzzy video and a brand new lifestyle brand, which basically consisted of ill-advised, ill-thought-out pots of jam 1 to 50, that sort of thing, right? Now, again, here's where it gets really interesting, because obviously her team, and I told you this before, the ones that are still with her that she hasn't fired, of course, they told her that the moment she went back to social media, well, the thing was, millions would be literally waiting bated breath, waiting to see exactly what she was going to post, the commentary, that sort of stuff. Now, social media can be very useful in a marketing tool, particularly if you've got a film or a theatre project, or, whether you've got a small brand and you're trying to develop it, it can be very useful if you do it in the right way. Between you and I'm not very good at that. I don't understand that. But, I'd rather go into a shop and look at things. Would you? Yes, you know what I mean, men, fellas. We like to look at the tie. How thick is the tie? What's the socks like? I'm not interested in buying things online. I like to be sure I'm getting value for money. But of course, if you're Meghan Markle and you want to set up your lifestyle brand, social media would be the perfect place. But because now she's come out against so much negativity about social media and the parent thing and all of that, and Harry now basically saying you've got to watch your children because they can lose their lives to social media, which is true if it's not literally policed properly. But on a business level, it's needed. Now, according to sources, her team, as I say, the ones that are now remaining, are basically saying you've shot yourself in the foot. You can't then go on social media, and even if you turn off the comments and start to post stuff, you have to interact. That's the idea. You have to look at the comments, respond, all of that sort of stuff. Now, Meghan herself apparently is still very keen to return to the land of social media. She believes that this will make her brand, American, whatever it's going to be, successful. But she's at odds with Harry, who says it's toxic and not the right thing to do. So inadvertently, as they said, and the team around her have pointed out, you kind of shot yourself in the foot. Where does she go from here? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.